you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
And Hokie Homer turned Husker, Nathan Brennan.
Everyone knows that I'm the smartest person here.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. This is On the Block with Strick and Nate.
A very happy Tuesday to all of you. Happy game day. The Huskers are back in PBA. And our very own Eric Strickland's actually going to be on the call, color commentary for Big Ten Plus. Is that right, Strick?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's the last game of the season for me on that, but
oh, okay, yeah.
it was I'm looking forward to it, man. I mean, obviously we're going to be going into the Big Ten, which is going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah. Show up or shut up time.
That's it, man. It's got to be able to get the job done, or it's not going to be a good look for Coach Hoiberg if they don't. Make any type of move in the Big Ten this year.
And we'll talk about that. We got a lot to talk about as well. We have NFL buy or sell. Steve Sipple's going to join us. Again, a lot of Nebraska basketball talk, maybe some transfer portal talk as well. We don't got too much time, too. 402-464-5685.
Can I throw something?
Yeah,
Can I throw something? I know we got to ESA. Sutter Heyman text line. Yes. 402-464-5685. I want to throw this out to the text line. Do you think that up to this point, before the Big Ten season starts for men basketball, full term. They've already had a couple games, but full term.
Right.
Do you think that Fred Hoiberg has done a job worthy up to this point of staying? Just want to throw that out there. Those who are listening, 402-464-5685, love to hear from you about it. Do you think that Fred Hoiberg, up to this point, before you see much more in the Big Ten, has done enough to stay for the rest of the season? I just want to hear from you.
I think that's a good place to start from, Strick. And like I said, we got to get to an EAS test, so we got to take a quick break. But that's where we're going to come back after the segment. We're going to talk about Fred Hoiberg and this team because not really too much of a test against Queens, but Strick, I think you'd agree with me, a game you certainly have to have heading into Big Ten play. Like I said, we got to take a quick break. We'll be right back. We'll talk some Husker basketball. We'll talk some NFL. We'll get into it again. You're listening on the block, 93.7 The Ticket. Stay with us.
The following is a test of the emergency alert system.
Life-changing research. It's also happening right here in Nebraska, and you could play a key role. Solarion, one of the world's leading clinical research organizations, needs healthy adults who are 19 years old and older for a research opportunity. If you qualify, you could earn up to $500 a day for time and travel. Overnight stays may be required. To learn more, call Solarion at 866-213-2965 or visit helpresearch.com/500.
Decking the halls with boughs of holly sure sounds great until you're the one who has to do it. Take the stress out of your holiday parties this year and host your gatherings at Suite A Events by Mary Ellen's. Suite A is the perfect place for your year-end company parties or other large gatherings. Suite A and Mary Ellen's can handle the food, the desserts, the decorations, and of course, those holiday spirits. See for yourself online at suiteaevents.com or at 27th and Pine Lake, right next to Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Rico here for Little Brooklyn Daycare. Look, I have 2 young kids and my wife and I both have full-time jobs. So we need a place we can trust to take care of our kids during the day. That place is Little Brooklyn Daycare. And now they're enrolling for kids from 2 years old to school age. And they're also hiring experienced teachers. Call them today at 402-742-0363 to schedule a tour to see if it's the right fit for you and your kids. Little Brooklyn Daycare, located in Fallbrook in Northwest Lincoln.
Herrick Services takes this time to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday Season. We're thankful for so many things this year and every year, and hope that everyone is able to enjoy time with family and friends during this joyful celebration. This important message comes to you from Bart, Mike, and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialist here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care.
Hey guys, this is Lindsay Teal from Nebraska Golf Team. Imagine golfing the best courses in the world. St. Andrews, Pebble Beach, Southern Hills, the best of the best. You can play those courses and more without ever leaving the city of Lincoln at Double Eagle Golf. Double Eagle has the city's best golf simulators, 5 high-quality bays that track ball speed, launch angle, club speed, spin rate, and more to give you the most accurate gameplay. Check it out for yourself year-round. Double Eagle Golf, just 5 minutes from downtown at the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street.
Riddles Jewelry is excited to showcase the scintillating Levion jewelry collection. Levion is known for their love of reinventing fine designer jewelry through unique combinations of chocolate diamonds, vibrant gemstones, and precious metals. Levion and Riddles Jewelry, 2 family-owned businesses who put customers at the heart of what they do. No one colors your world better than Levion, so visit Riddles Jewelry today and receive $100 off any Levion purchase now through Christmas.
At Riddles Jewelry Gateway Mall, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Chances are you've tried fruitcake before. Chances are it looked pretty weird. Lots of colors that don't really exist in nature. Chances are it tasted weird. Chances are you need to try fruitcake again. Grandma's fruitcake from Beatrice Bakery. None of that weird stuff you didn't like, just real fruit, premium nuts, and the delicious flavor combination of brandy, bourbon, and rum to meld all that together. See for yourself. Grandma's fruitcake from Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Back to On the Block with Strick and Nate on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
A very happy Tuesday to all of you. A very happy chilly Tuesday. Excuse me. It's only going to get worse, Strick.
Ooh, that's that brick.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm not talking about
it is brick.
the song. She's a brick
house.
No, I'm not talking about that type of brick.
No, we're talking about it is cold. It is so cold that this upcoming Thursday, it's going to be dangerous to go outside. So make sure you're taking care of yourself, taking care of your family. If you have to go outside, please make it in very, very short increments. We're looking at a high of possibly 4 below zero. So, again, it's going to be a rough couple days here in Nebraska, but we're going to get through it. 402-464-5685, Honda Lincoln Hotline, starting text line. We want to hear from you guys.
I thought we're having, what do they call it, global warming? What's what? You let them tell it. We're in global warming. I guess.
I don't know. I don't know how any of the environmental stuff works, to be entirely honest with you. All I know is that it is incredibly cold.
Sheesh.
And I know that I am officially not Nebraska built different. I was outside this morning and I was going to start crying. It's horrible.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I just, not my thing. I'm from Virginia. It gets cold. This is a different kind of cold.
Yeah,
it hurts.
It's that wind. It's that wind. I told you about that jet stream.
I know you did.
I've lived in Montana, and there in Montana, it's just like we never miss a school day. And when I tell you, when people tell those stories, oh yeah, when I was a kid, I used to walk in the snow up to my waist. Well, yeah, I did. Literally,
serious?
As a little kid, I was going to school, walking to school in the snow, And there's certain elements, if you try to make the shortcut and cut between some, it would come up to your waist.
Oh my god,
that's how deep the snow was.
No, we don't play that game in Virginia, Strick. That's not how we roll. But then you went to Alabama, which was probably the complete opposite.
Well, Cali too. I mean, we was stationed at Vandenberg Air Force Base there in Cali, just north of Santa Barbara. But the crazy thing is two things. One, we went to school outside. I thought that was the dopest thing about it. Like here in Nebraska, everything is inside. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
But it was like really like being on a campus. We, your lockers were outside.
Really?
And we would go to our lockers outside, and they would go to different buildings, and everything was
California?
outside. Everything was outside. Nothing was inside the building other than the classroom.
What happens if you sweat a lot?
You just sweat.
That would be me.
It was dope, though. I thought it was dope as a young kid.
No,
you're in middle
cool.
school. You're like, yeah, I'm going. You got excited about it.
And then you came to Nebraska.
And I came to Nebraska. It
the
all
rest
changed.
is history. It's probably the middle ground between Montana and Alabama or California, because it gets, but Montana is a completely different story. I've never even been to Montana, to be honest.
It's beautiful, beautiful country.
I've heard it is beautiful, but I don't think I would last in Montana. I barely even last in Nebraska. Again, 402-464-5685 Honda Lincoln Hotline, starter and text line. Strick, you posed a question before we went to break. I'll go ahead and have you ask it again, because I think, especially as we head into Big Ten play, it's a question that not only we're having, but a lot of Nebraska fans are having. So I'll let you go ahead and pose that question again.
Oh, again, Sutter Heyman text line 402-464-5685. I just wanted to throw it out there. Up to this point, 6-6 record, one of the tied for the top in the lead as far as quad one types of games. You're 6-6. You're about to approach Big Ten. You're going into the Battle of the Vault. This Queens team is a 9-2 team. This team,
they're not that
they're
bad.
not as bad as what people would think.
Right.
There's some couple points. I'll get back to that. But up to this point, prior to going into the Big Ten season, do you think that Fred Hoiberg, Coach Hoiberg, and the staff has done a tremendous job for them to be able to overcome and stay?
I would say up to this point, yes. And I always make this argument, and I think it's a bad argument for football, but I think basketball, it has some type of merit. If you move on from Fred Hoiberg, what's your next solution? Trust me, football, they've proven they will pay the top salaries compared to anyone in the country. There's still tradition. There's the fan base. There's facilities. There's NIL. There's anything you want to say. For basketball, my counter question to that is if you move on from Fred Hoiberg, what's the solution?
Great point.
Like, I don't know if there is a solution when it comes to that question. And on top of that, too, you got to look at Fred Hoiberg has completely changed this team's identity in less than a year. If you go from the end of last year, the end of Big Ten play, to the beginning of this year where we sit now, it's a completely different team.
Yeah.
And it looks completely different on the court. So I would say yes, Strick. But at some point, you got to start winning meaningful games. And the Creighton game was awesome. Don't get me wrong. That was maybe not a program changer, but that kind of outlines your season. And you can go back and say at the beginning of the season, hey, that was a good win. That is what this team can look like when it's clicking on all cylinders. Maybe that can propel you forward. I think that had something to do with them being so competitive in the Purdue game. But I'd say yes. But I think the Big Ten schedule, again, what it comes down to is how you compete in the Big Ten.
I agree.
You could beat up on Meatloaf State, as Jay and DP would say, but how do you look against Iowa? How do you look against Wisconsin? How do you look against Penn State? That's what matters, because you're not going to compete. Well, you can compete. You're not going to be as talented, and you're not going to win as many games against the top of the Big Ten. It's the reality of the situation. But those middle-of-the-pack teams, you should be competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. There's no reason that you shouldn't. I think that's what he's going to be judged off.
Right, and so that's why I look at this game tonight. Right, you have the Battle of the Ball. First of all, you have a top 15 team in Mississippi State that's going to be in town as well. There's going to be some great basketball going on.
Drake's no slouch.
They're going to play Drake and the Royals. And so if you don't really know, you don't know. This Queens team, if you just think about it, one of the first things you think about Queens, you're thinking probably New York. Another name for Queens is the Queen City, which is North Carolina. This is where this team exists in, and they're in the Atlantic Sun Conference. They came from a Division I, went to the Sweet 16 in the Division II department. They've just moved up, and they won't be able to play in the NCAA tournament, I think, until the 26-27 season.
I believe that's
so
right,
they're in their first year. Got off to a great start. They're 9-2. They finished last year at 30-4. And it made a great run. They've got 4 starters returning, and they're led by Kenny Dye, who is a 5th-year starter for this team, averaging 17.6 points a game, 4 assists, as well as shooting 50% from the field and 60% from 3. So they're not going to be scared coming in here. They're going to play hard. They're going to get after you. Veteran leadership sometimes is what's going to test you. But here's my thing about Nebraska right now. And as I'm throwing that topic out to the Sutter Heyman text line, one of the things that I've been talking to other former Huskers, I've spoken with like T. Buchanan, and I've also talked to like Terrence Badgett and a few of the other guys that were part of Husker teams and the styles that we play. And, them only scoring, 50, 51 points down at K-State, was it 58? That
was 53.
53. I knew it was low 50s, but even scoring 50 points, one of the things that, yes, the identity has changed tremendously on the defensive end, but the problem is that you can't score enough points.
Right.
And what I see with this team is they need to run more. And I understand why Fred is doing what he's doing. I understand why he's trying to get them to execute and be disciplined and run, because when you're in an open style, a push, you have to have a certain amount of trust, right? So
Absolutely.
like when I was here with Danny Need, he trusted us. He knew that if much as we run, we were disciplined to either attack to pass, or attack to get a good shot. We didn't normally just throw shots up at the rim just because we saw it was open, right? So he could trust us with that. And I think that's one of the things he's trying to limit, but that's one of the things he needs. This team just does not have the ability to break down defenses and to get into a one-on-one situation when it's needed to get a shot or late in the shot clock. But one thing that they don't do good enough that I need to see from them as we get into the Big Ten is put body to body on people when setting screens. They do a lot of run by screens. And if you're going to do that, then you need to have somebody that can break the defense down. They just don't have that. And so therefore you have to get into the open floor. If you get steals, you need to be executing on the other end. And that was what was, when I saw in the assist numbers against K-State, where K-State was over 20 assists and Nebraska was only at 9. I think that was a disappointing thing, because you need high assist numbers if you can't create shots on your own and get space on your own. So I'm hoping we can see some more open court type stuff, some easier basket opportunities, which I would have liked to have seen even against Purdue, because why wait for Edey to get down there and set up?
Right.
Take advantage, run to the front of the rim if you're, a Walker or Breidenbach. Now, a good point, and I'm going to let you go on. A good point is that you got to see Jamarcus play a little bit better.
Right.
He's starting to get a little bit more confident.
Even Breidenbach looked pretty good
and Breidenbach. So you got to see hopefully an expanded role for some guys on the bench, so that you're not just locked into a 6-man rotation.
Well, Byron says this, and I want to know your thoughts, Strick. He says we don't have the depth to run a lot. I'm
not talking about run.
Right, but I think
I'm talking about opportunity.
When the defense makes it available.
Yes.
I think there's sometimes that Nebraska has maybe a 4-on-3 break, for example, and then you just kind of slow it up. You go back to that half-court style of basketball.
Yeah.
And I think when you do struggle offensively, which Nebraska does, you have to be able to execute and run when it's available.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that the team hasn't really done too much.
I mean, they do a good job of not over-fouling, so that, they're one of the best teams.
And they haven't turned it over too much.
They haven't been crazy on the turnover department. But listen, this team is capable of rebounding too, so they're gonna have their hands full to do some stuff and just not get complacent and thinking that you're just going to be able to run over this team. They're gonna come in and they're gonna play hard, and they're not scared of you. They've been in the big games just at the Division II level, but when you've got senior leadership and guys that have come back and returned, it's not going to be an easy feat.
Well, let me ask you about it then, Strick. How would you evaluate this coaching staff, this team, Fred Hoiberg, up to this point? And how important is the first few games in the Big Ten? Because I look at last year where it kind of snowballed and you ended up somersaulting your way into 0-11 in the Big Ten. I think that's when we start having a different discussion on this coaching staff.
Yeah, I really do think that they've got an opportunity in the schedule to hopefully be able to get back to 500. I mean, the teams that they're going to play are not going to be easy. Their schedule is not an easy schedule by any means. They got one of the toughest schedules in the country. So when you look at what they've got coming, I like what the staff has done. I like the preparation that they've
the Purdue game plan was
phenomenal,
yes.
Right? They're going to be tested. The other side of the Murray tandem is still healing from an injury, but you still have the McCaffrey brothers that are playing tremendous right now for Iowa. They're going to be coming into town right after Christmas on the 29th. So you've got time after this game for healing, for continuing to work on certain things, continue to shore up your free throws. And then you're going to have to go on the road and try to get something done. I think you can get the Minnesota game. I think the Michigan State game is going to be tough. You got another stretch of 5 games between Iowa on the road against Michigan State, Minnesota, and then you come home to Illinois, which is not a slouch, and then you've got to go to Purdue, and then Ohio State. Their schedule.
That's a tough lineup. Yeah.
So it can have a snowball effect again, and then I think that's where you're going to be in the trouble. If you have a snowball and you can't pull off at least a 3-4, 4-3 or even record out of these next 6 games, it's going to be tough.
And I think even, I mean, just getting that first win in the Big Ten too, because I worry that possibly this look at the situation with football. I think that while winning can be contagious, I think losing can be too. And I'm not saying that that's the mentality, and I'm not saying that's what the team is going out there looking to do, but sometimes it can be defeating to lose game after game. And I think that's sometimes what we see in football. And then if you look at them already starting out to an 0-2 start, you look at last year, how it did legitimately snowball into what it became. I just think these first few games in the Big Ten are pretty important. I think, honestly, too, this game tonight is important. Like, you're sitting at 500, go into your Big Ten schedule, like your legitimate Big Ten only schedule, with a winning record. I mean, it's a starting point. Is this the best spot that you could be in? Is this spot you want to be in? No. But you're right, Strick. I mean, they have 5 quad win opponents up to this point, 5 or 6, and then you go into this gauntlet of a Big Ten schedule with a winning record. I think it sets you up well for success.
Yeah, and this team has the potential to make some noise in the ASC, right? In the Atlantic, the Atlantic Sun Conference. They have a chance, and if they do, then it can still be another good win for you, regardless. It's a Division I program in a conference, and if they have a good run at it, even though they can't play in the NIT or in the NCAA, but the record can still mean something. So,
and I keep saying too, I think that Nebraska, while it is a difficult schedule, they put themselves in a position that if you rattle off a couple wins here in the early parts of the Big Ten schedule, you should be talking postseason play. That might not look like the tournament, but you have the NIT. That should be a part of your discussion, and that should be one of your goals. And I don't think that's out of reach for Nebraska. It's really just going to depend on how they start out here.
Do they get to 15 wins, over or under? Do they get to 15?
I think 15 sounds about right. And I think 15 will put them in the NIT. Because you got to think, right now they sit at 6-6?
Mm-hmm.
So that means that you would go, if you win tonight, you're 7-6, and then I think you're Big Ten the way out. So that would mean that you go 8, and I don't know how many Big Ten games they have. I think it's 20.
So they have already played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. They have 8, so 20 games.
20 games.
They've already played 2.
So, and that's the thing.
Right? They've already played 2, right?
So 15 games, that would put you at 8-12 in the Big Ten. I think that automatically puts you in the NIT. I don't think that puts you in the tournament. I think if you go 500 in the Big Ten or slightly above, I think you're in the tournament. I think if you're an 11-9 team, 10-10 in the Big Ten, you should be good in the tournament. That should put you in the NIT. And I don't think that's ridiculous for Nebraska to have that goal. I really don't. But Strick, before we take a break here, I want to know keys to success tonight against this Queens team.
I mean, obviously, defense has still got to be a prime
rolling.
factor. You've got to continue with the defense. I think they need to dominate the boards tonight. And I think they need to show that they have the capabilities of scoring above 65 points.
65
they have to score. They have to score over 65. I think they need to be in the 70s. If they want to win in the Big Ten, they've got to be able to score in the 70s. Because even if you score in the 60s some nights, you're going to have tremendous defensive night.
Right.
A tremendous
similar to like how you had against Purdue.
You know what I mean?
And it's tough to do.
How often can you do
that?
that? Right. So that's all I'm saying.
Well, I think their key to a victory is letting me shoot around in warm-ups. All right, we got to take a quick break. Shootout with Strick is coming up next. Your chance to win $15 to Buffalo Wings and Rings. Give us a call, 402-464-5685. Shootout with Strick coming up next on the block.
Hey guys, this is Lindsay Teal from Nebraska Golf Team. Imagine golfing the best courses in the world. St. Andrews, Pebble Beach, Southern Hills, the best of the best. You can play those courses and more without ever leaving the golf. Double Eagle has the best golf simulators, 5 high-quality bays that track ball speed, launch angle, club speed, spin rate, and more to give you the most accurate gameplay. Check it out for yourself year-round. Double Eagle Golf, just 5 minutes from downtown at the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street.
Hi, I'm Charlie Stone, and I'm back with Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, you said to me earlier you have a lot going on at the dealership. Can you tell our listeners about it?
Sure can, Charlie. As I've said before, if you don't see a vehicle on our lot that you're looking for, it's probably on its way soon.
So, how many new Hondas do you have in stock or on the way?
We have a total of over 325, Charlie, with the great selection of Pilots and Ridgelines in stock right now.
Well, we have been talking about the Honda of Lincoln way of buying cars for several months. How is that going?
People love it. We're buying all makes and models, whether they purchase the car from us or not. I mean, really, it's a no hassle, and we will pay them cash on the same day.
Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Rico here for Little Brooklyn Daycare. Look, I have 2 young kids, and my wife and I both have full-time jobs. So we need a place we can trust to take care of our kids during the day. That place is Little Brooklyn Daycare. And now they're enrolling for kids from 2 years old to school age. And they're also hiring experienced teachers. Call them today at 402-742-0363 to schedule a tour to see if it's the right fit for you and your kids. Little Brooklyn Daycare, located in Fallbrook in Northwest Lincoln.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Are you looking for a solid, stable career in assembly, CNC machining, or injection molding? We got you covered. Hi, Bob Williams, HR Director for Garner Industries, a world-class manufacturer with a 70-year history right here in Lincoln. And I just listed some great career opportunities that you can find by logging into GarnerIndustries.com. If you want top pay, excellent benefits, flexible work hours, and the opportunity to clean, modern, air-conditioned facility with great people, contact me today by applying online at GarnerIndustries.com.
Are you looking for some holiday fun right in the heart of downtown Lincoln? Bring your friends and family to Lincoln's largest drive-through Christmas lights experience. This show features countless high-quality lights in vibrant colors, holiday props, and favorite characters of the season, all synchronized to music to enjoy in your car. Start a new holiday tradition this year and experience the magic of Nebraska Christmas Light Show at Haymarket Park from November 26th to January 3rd, 5 p.m. to midnight. Purchase tickets today at NebraskaChristmasLightShow.com.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, College football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, our Monday Night Football. There's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben Sandwich or the Prime Rib French Dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th at Hill.
Mike Schaefer here for Trek CBD. It's football season, and that means you're tailgating with friends, or if you're like me, yelling at the TV during Vikings games. Trek CBD has a variety of products that help calm me down during the games, so I don't scare my dog. But in the rare cases that I yell too much, there's CBD products for him, too, and all other pets. Whether you're looking for drinkable Delta 8 seltzers, hemp-derived Delta 9 syrups for your beverages, or anything else, Trek CBD has it all at 84th and Anderson. Trek CBD done right.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salaried jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Tractor Supply is looking for full-time team members for their Waverly Distribution Center. Tractor Supply has a new progressive pay model where team members receive 5 wage increases in the first 2 years of employment with the ability to earn up to $24 per hour. Applicants can expect a 3- and 4-day work week schedule with additional overtime days with both day and night shift schedules available. At Tractor Supply, they work hard, have fun, and make money. Apply today at tractorsupply.jobs.
And now, a letter to Santa from the world of Yum.
Dear Santa, hi, how are you? I am well. Let's get to it. This year, Beatrice Bakery cakes for everyone. For my mom, apple streusel cake. For my dad, definitely the turtlenut cake. For my brother Jimmy, how about some of those chocolate-covered fruitcake squares? And maybe a couple of those for me too? In fact, give me more than you give him. For Mrs. Swanson at school, the chocolate.
Check out Grandma's fruitcake and all the delicious desserts at Beatrice Bakery. Welcome to our world of Yum.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. It's time to play Shootout with Strick. Call now, 464-5685, to take your shot against Eric Strickland. Shootout with Strick. Brought to you by Buffalo Wings and Rings.
Time to play the game! It's all about the game, and how you play
It's all about the game. It's time to play the game. Your chance to win 15, count it 1-5, $15 to Buffalo Wings and Rings. All you got to do is beat the Husker Hall of Famer, the 9-year NBA vet, at his own game. 5 questions for you, 5 for Strick. Again, $15 to Buffalo Wings and Rings is on the line. All you got to do is call us 402-464-5685. Give me just a second here, Strick, because since you are in studio and since you have rightfully earned this, which actually I might have to get something extra in addition, because I don't know if you've ever gone on a 5-game winning streak, but I know you probably will claim that you have. But Strick, it's going to be a tough one today for your opponent because of this.
The champ is here! 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 The champ is here!
Shadow boxing there if you're on the video stream. Strick is ready to go. The champ is here. Rico loves it.
The champ is here!
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough because, Strick, this is probably the hottest that I've ever seen you. 4 in a row for you, Strick.
It's time for another one.
Time for another one, huh? A very impressive showing lately. I will say that, Strick. But
time for another one.
It's time.
In the words of DJ Khaled, another
one. Well, we'll see, because your opponent today will certainly put up a fight. We've got Nate on the Honda of Lincoln hotline. Nate, what's going on?
Not a lot.
Well, Nate, since you have the best name that I've ever heard, I think that you
Nate,
probably have
that's
a pretty
why
good chance.
I might have to do you in today, Nate.
What do you mean?
Because I do not like that name. He is not the smartest person in the room, and I can't let him say that.
Let's go.
Well, Nate, I have full faith in you. The last time a Nathan called, he won too. So you definitely have the leg up.
See how you
against
tried to
Strick
plug
in
that.
this
I
one.
see you tried to plug it.
You got the leg up with this one. Nate, go ahead and stay on the line. You know how this works. We're going to get Strick's answers first, see how many points you have to get in order to win the Stricken. Strick, how you feeling? We're talking Nebraska. I'll keep it broad. Keep it broad. We're talking Nebraska.
All right.
How you feeling?
I feel all right.
And we're talking.
I know a little bit about Nebraska. I know a little bit about.
Well, do you want me to be more specific so you know what I'm talking about? Well, I'm just going to say it, then you're not going to know. Okay.
Let's go.
All right. Are you ready?
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go, Nate.
All right. We will start in 3, 2, and 1. Who is Nebraska's next Big Ten opponent? Michigan State or Iowa?
Iowa.
That is correct. They're the only team in the Big Ten with a sub 500 record. Rutgers or Minnesota?
Minnesota.
That's correct. He leads Nebraska in minutes per game. C.J. Wilcher or Emmanuel Bandemill?
Vandermill.
That is correct. He leads Nebraska in blocked shots. Wilhelm Breidenbach or Juwan Gary?
Gary.
Nope, it's Breidenbach.
No!
He leads Nebraska in assists.
Sam Griesel.
10, 9, 8.
Are you sure you want to do that one?
Sam Griesel.
Are you going to do
no Euro step.
You're not going to do pump
No
fake?
Euro.
So this is Stricken Madison Square Garden.
That was
hitting his buzzer.
That was a great. No, that was a that was a George Gervin, the Iceman Figaro.
Figaro. All right. Well, pretty impressive showing. I gave you.
It was Breidenbach.
I gave you the wrong number of. Points there, Strick. But that officially finishes you with 5. So pretty good showing. You had 5 yesterday.
Juwan Gary.
It's not. No, it's Breidenbach. Breidenbach leads Nebraska in block shots. So that leaves you with 5
needed
points.
flawless.
I know. And usually I don't like to do these type of trivia where I know Strick is going to be dominant in, but Nebraska plays Queens today. It's the last game outside of the Big Ten schedule, so we didn't really have much of a choice. Nate, you still do officially, this is factual information, have the best name on the earth, so I do have faith that you will win. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. Let's do it.
All right. That's what I like to hear. He's going to take you down, Strick. All right, Nate, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, we will start in 3, 2, and 1. Who was Nebraska's most recent win? Boston College or Creighton?
BC.
No, it was Creighton. Nebraska started this season with a win against this school, Maine or Omaha?
Maine.
That is correct. He leads Nebraska in steals. Juwan Gary or Sam Griesel?
Gary.
That is correct. He leads Nebraska in offensive rebounds. Juwan Gary or Blaze Keita?
Blake.
No, it's Juwan Gary. He leads Nebraska in total points.
Field goal points. Walker.
Derek Walker leads the team in points per game, but total points, I tried to make it a giveaway because Derek Walker's only played 7 games. Keisei has played 12. Keisei Tamanaga leads the team in total points. Nate, unfortunately, I hate to do this. Legitimately, I hate to do this because you got a great name.
Kobe.
But you will not win the Stricken for now.
Kobe.
Go ahead and hang up now, Nate, because you do still have a chance. You are not out of it. You can still win the Stricken. Just go ahead and hang up because the third caller number 3, you will win $15 to Buffalo Wings and Rings. You're not out of it, Nate. You're not out of it. Strick, that's now 5 in a row. So you have rightfully deserved and earned these.
Boom shakalaka. Finish him. Give me a hell yeah.
Flawless.
You missed one.
I said give me a hell yeah.
5 in a row for the Husker Hall of Famer. Very impressive. Strick,
let's go. I told you I ain't no sucker, Nate. Told you I ain't no sucker.
Right? Because
you've been talking crazy
you
about
lost like
Strick.
7 in a row. But
I had to come in here like Clubber Lang on you.
Is that right?
And Rocky.
Somebody should put a straitjacket on this guy. He's on fire.
It's I didn't give it to you yesterday.
Kobe.
Give it to you again today.
Somebody should put a straitjacket on this guy. He's on fire.
And that will do it for Shootout with Strick. Another impressive showing from the Husker Hall of Famer. That's 5 in a row, Strick. Since we've been working together, which I believe was like 5 months, 6 months. I don't know, around that. It was
Early
It
February?
was before football season. I don't know when it was specifically, but I think this is the longest streak you've had.
I think it's right.
5 in a row.
Let's keep it going.
Trying to keep it going.
Let's go.
Trying to make it 6.
It's a new week.
It's a new week. That's 5 in a row for the Husker Hall of Famer. We'll try again to take him down tomorrow. He's going for number 6. We got to take a quick break. Second hour on the block coming up next. Stay with us.
Decking the halls with boughs of holly sure sounds great until you're the one who has to do it. Take the stress out of your holiday parties this year and host your gatherings at Suite A Events by Mary Ellen's. Suite A is the perfect place for your year-end company parties or other large gatherings. Suite A and Mary Ellen's can handle the food, the desserts, the decorations, and of course, those holiday spirits. See for yourself online at SuiteAEvents.com or at 27th and Pine Lake, right next to Mary Ellen.
It's home for on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
NTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Guys, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping has changed my life. I'm healthier, I'm more fit, I have more energy, and oh yeah, I've lost a bunch of weight, almost 100 pounds. Now's the time for you to take control of your health and join the Farrell's 10-week challenge. The program combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition to set you up for success. And ticket listeners, you can get in for half off. The next challenge starts on January 7th at both of their locations, 40th and Yankee Hill, and their brand new spot at 70th and Vine. Get all the info at fxblincoln.com. Join today, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping.
2022 flew by fast. And while you celebrate the upcoming holidays, Mullen Motors is looking ahead to 2023 and trying to open up space on their lot. Stop by Mullen Motors for their year-end sale and select from some of the best options of used vehicles in Lincoln at the best prices of the year. Don't end the year in your aging vehicle. Search Mullen Motors lot today for their year-end sale, just north of 48th and Lake.
No tagline, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
A smoke-free environment is the only way to fully protect from the dangers of secondhand smoke. That's why smoke-free policies are so important to me. Whether it's in my car, apartment building, or when I'm dining outdoors, there's no place for secondhand smoke or e-cigarette aerosol. Breathe easy or knowing the facts. Visit smokefree.ne.gov. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Chances are you've tried fruitcake before. Chances are it looked pretty weird. Lots of colors that don't really exist in nature. Chances are it tasted weird. Chances are you need to try fruitcake again. Grandma's fruitcake from Beatrice Bakery. None of that weird stuff you didn't like, just real fruit, premium nuts, and the delicious flavor combination of brandy, bourbon, and rum to meld all that together. See for yourself. Grandma's Fruitcake from Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Are you looking for a solid, stable career in assembly, CNC machining, or injection molding? We got you covered. Hi, Bob Williams, HR Director for Garner Industries, a world-class manufacturer with a 70-year history right here in Lincoln. And I just listed some great career opportunities that you can find by logging into garnerindustries.com. If you want top pay, excellent benefits, flexible work hours, and the opportunity to work in a clean, modern, air-conditioned facility with great people, contact me today by applying online at garnerindustries.com.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour with opportunities to move more based on certification, best salary available, and great benefits. Plus, medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Are you a veteran looking for a new companion animal? A dog, a cat, or maybe something else? The Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs Vets Get Pets program can cover up to $350 of your pet adoption fees. Visit veterans.nebraska.gov/vetsgetpets to learn more about program requirements and how to apply. Want to help support the program? Get your Vets Get Pets specialty license plates from the Nebraska DMV. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Mike Schaefer here for Trek CBD. It's football season, and that means you're tailgating with friends, or if you're like me, yelling at the TV during Vikings games. Trek CBD has a variety of products that help calm me down during the games, so don't scare my dog. But in the rare cases that I yell too much, there's CBD products for him, too, and all other pets. Whether you're looking for drinkable Delta 8 seltzers, hemp-derived Delta 9 syrups for your beverages, or anything else, Trek CBD has it all. 84th and 8th. Trek CBD, CBD done right.
This is On the Block with Strick and Nate. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
And Hokie Homer turned Husker, Nathan Brennan.
Everyone knows that I'm the smartest person here.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. This is On the Block. Rick Nate.
Shout out to John in Cortland. We appreciate you on the text line, sir. He says, what up? What up, John? What up to all of you, John in Cortland?
Thanks for the support. He's the only one that supports me. Johnny Cortland, who's the smartest man in the room? Stricky or Nate?
Well, I don't know about that. I think I might be towards the top. That's why you got to listen to the intro. 402-464-5685. On the Lincoln Hotline, Saturday and text line. You're listening to On the Block 93.7 The Ticket. My name's Nate Brennan. He's the Husker Hall of Famer, the Eric Strickland. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. You can check us out on the Sardham Jewelers video stream. And you might want to check us out on the video stream today because, Strick, this might be the only day we're in studio.
Yeah.
It very well could be.
Yeah, it looks like there's a blizzard coming.
There's going to be some blizzard. I'm going to be heading out tomorrow for some family, so hopefully I still should be able to stream in and be able to be a part of the show. But I think I'm going to try and get ahead of the storm because it looks like tomorrow afternoon it's going to start. So again, everyone, please be safe if you're traveling on the roadways over the next couple days because they're going to be slick, they're going to be icy, it's going to be difficult driving conditions, so please take all the precautions. Keep yourself and your family safe this holiday season. Again, 402-464-5685. Saturday and text line, Honda Lincoln Hotline. Let's do it, Strick. What do you say? Right around this time, every single Tuesday, right around 3 o'clock, we play some NFL buy or sell. Crazy week in the NFL.
Crazy week.
It was ridiculous.
Crazy week, and I'm
Chaos.
disappointed because I actually picked a lot of what was going on, and I got shafted by the freaking Commanders and the freaking freaking ref shafted McLaren.
That was
that was iffy, bro. That was iffy.
That whole situation was very weird. Crowbait, you're not blocked. We got you on the text line, brother. We also got you, Pecan Pie. I'm not going to read what you said because he's not speaking the truth. We only speak truth on this show, and I am the smartest person in the room. Every single room that I walk in outside of DP. So, he's the boss. He's calling the shots. He's obviously going to be the smartest one in the room. I want to make that very clear. Let's get into it. Strict buy or sell time. So the Philadelphia Eagles will – They do get by the Bears. It didn't look great, but again, a win is a win. Any win in the NFL is going to be impressive. I will give them that because they did defeat the Chicago Bears this week. They will head into give me just a second. They will head into a matchup against the Cowboys at 3:25 on Christmas Eve. The Cowboys currently 5.5 favorites at home. And this is because the Eagles expected to be without MVP frontrunner Jalen Hurts. Gardner Minshew will step into that place. The last time Gardner Minshew started a game for the Eagles, his dad and him had a great moment after the game. Very exciting stuff. Gardner Minshew, one of the better backups in the NFL for what it's worth, too. So, Strick, I'm going to preface this by saying, if the Eagles win against the Cowboys, they will have locked in the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
So this is my buy or sell. Jalen Hurts will be shut down until the playoffs. Buy or sell.
I'm going to sell. And the reason I'm going to sell that is because you do not want your quarterback to have his timing, to have all the rhythm, to have all the things that you would need with your players, with your team going into a playoff run, even when you're going to have a bye. So I think they measure him. I think he'll still get some reps. I think he'll still get some time. He may not play the whole time, but
still get on.
But he's still going to get on the field.
Yeah,
I think he will. I don't think you can leave him off the field this late in the season for that long of a time.
No, because that would end up then being they would move to 14-1. He would sit out the next 2 weeks. And I think that again, the last week of the season, maybe you play a quarter.
Yeah.
You get a little warmed up. I'm with you on that one, Strick. I'm going to sell just because of the fact I don't know if it's a good idea to sit anyone 2 weeks, even if he is a little bit banged up. Just get him on the field, get his blood flowing, all that good stuff. Strick, speaking about the NFC Beast, as we will continue to call it, the Giants then move into the 3 spot. Looks like they're almost a surefire lock to make the playoffs. The Commanders still got some work to do. But interestingly enough, the Cowboys, despite losing, they lock in a playoff spot. So it's going to be pretty difficult to jump the Eagles. I believe now, no matter what happens, even if they win the next 3 and the Eagles would lose, I still think because of tiebreaker rules, the Eagles would still hold it. Regardless, the Cowboys are going to be playing a road game in the NFL playoffs. That will probably be on the road against an NFC South opponent. Right now, that will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So the Dallas Cowboys probably going to have the 5 seed again. You can maybe see they're going to have the 6. They are in the playoffs no matter what. So my buy or sell to you, Strick, the Cowboys will lose in the wild card round, the first round of the NFL playoffs.
I'm going to buy. And the reason is they do this every year. They get in it and they what do? They breaky your heart. And that's why I'm going to stay with. I'm sticking to my guns on that. I really do believe that the Cowboys are partially the F word. Partial. I'm not going to say they're fully off F, but I'm going to say.
I don't know if
I think it's going to depend on the matchup too.
Well, that's the thing, and that's why I ask, because the way that it's currently shaping up, it looks like it's almost certainly going to be the winner of the NFC South, which is probably going to be the Buccaneers. Let's be honest with each other here. So that means that you're going to have to go on the road and play against Tom Brady at home.
Yeah.
And trust me, I'm not defending Tom Brady and that team because they're just a bad football team. But if you're the Dallas Cowboys, I don't want to play the Buccaneers.
Not going on the road. No.
Heck no. In Tampa Bay?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. So I don't think that's a great matchup for them. I think they're the better team. But I'm still going to stick with it. I still think the Cowboys are the best team in the NFC. That was a tough loss against the Jaguars. I don't know what it is, Strick. For some reason, I think they're the best team in the NFC. I think they're the best team in the NFC.
I can't do it. I can't. I listen. I've seen it every freaking year. They break. I mean, I'm rolling with them. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid.
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid.
I got sugar all in it. I'm feeling good. I might even throw a little cognac in there. I'm feeling good about the Kool-Aid, and then all of a sudden, they achy breaky heart me. I can't do it. I can't buy in.
I'm definitely drinking the Kool-Aid, but a team that I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid, a team that will lock up the division against the Indianapolis Colts, winning 39-36. Don't even get me started. The Colts are playing chess. Everyone else is playing checkers. Get this, Strick. I don't know if you knew this. The Minnesota Vikings point differential on the season. Now, they did have that blowout loss earlier in the season, too. I believe it was the Cowboys, actually. Their point differential on the season is +2. They have outscored their opponents collectively by 2 points, sit at 11-3, locked up the division. They're not going to get the 1 seed. That will presumably go down in Philly. I don't know if that's for sure, but it looks like it's going to be in Philly. So let me ask you this. This will make it even more interesting. The Vikings will lose in the wild card round. Buy or sell? I know what I'm going to say, but I want to hear what you have.
I'm going to sell. I think they win in the wild card. And the reason I think they're going to win is because you're going to go against Cousins, and that's what I know that's what you're about to say.
Cousins.
And you're going to go against Cousins,
it out of my
and
mouth.
because you're going to go against Cousins, I'm going against you because you're not the smartest guy in the room. Stricky is. We're going with the Vikings.
Well, Strick, let me explain myself and why
Break
I
it
don't think
down.
that's going to happen.
Bring it out.
Because the Minnesota Vikings, as it currently stands, they would be the number 2 seed in the NFC. And now, again, this is just assuming that all of it plays out this way, which I personally think that it will. So the Vikings would have the 2 seed. And that team that currently is just on the outside looking in, that I think is going to sneak into the playoffs as that 7 seed, is a team by the name of the Detroit Lions.
I knew it.
And the Lions are going to go into Minnesota in the wild card round, and they're going to beat the Minnesota Vikings. That is why I will buy the Minnesota Vikings. It's a great season. I know we have a lot of Vikings fans on this program. I feel for you guys. You defeated my Colts. Props to you. I'll go ahead and give you that win. Congratulations. The Detroit Lions will win a playoff game for the first year. I hope Ray's listening because Ray says that I always hate on the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions will win a playoff game for the first time in over 20 years, Strick. 20 years. I believe it was 1994. Text line, help me out. I think 1994, the last time the Detroit Lions won a playoff game. The streak's over.
Pecan pie. Pecan pie. I'm rolling with you. Stricky is the smartest guy in the room. Hands down. We're not rolling. And listen, I'm going to play a little Quiet Riot in here.
Okay.
We're not going to take it. I know. I'm not going to take it.
You got the Vikings on
I'm
the
not
Lions.
taking it. I'm rolling.
All right, so we're gonna do that'll be a
Stricken
bet.
Stricken.
If that's the matchup, thank you, Augie. He says 1991. It's been 30 years since the Detroit Lions won a playoff game, and they're gonna play against the one team that I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The Vikings are the F word.
Ooh,
I'm saying it.
You're saying
Give
it.
me the Lions.
And you're sticking to your guns.
Breezy says skull. Don't get okay. The skull is pretty awesome, but you need Case Keenum for it to really be the skull. You remember that the video of Case Keenum? He's got the whole crowd. He's doing the skull. That was awesome. That team was awesome. I can buy that. I'm not buying Kirk Cousins. The Vikings will lose in the wild card round. I'm going to buy that. All right, Strick. So I'm going to go ahead and ask you this one. I've already said my piece, and we'll just go right into it. Buy or sell? The Lions make the playoffs.
I think they do.
Do you get that last team in?
I think they look good. They really do look good, bro. I mean, I like the way that they were playing before. They just were coming up short. They were actually playing really good football. It just was coming up short. And they're believing now. Gotta believe. They are believing that they can do something special. And I'm excited to see what they're gonna do. Do you like the quarterback play?
I do. I think Jared Goff. I think Jared Goff is their quarterback.
He's like a redemption. He's like, you guys took one from me. Let me go out here.
I mean,
and
you got to think, if you're Jared Goff, I would take disrespect to that trade.
Yes.
You gave up 2 first-rounders and just kind of threw Jared Goff to the side. Jared Goff's played in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Now, that Rams team was solid. It looked like Matt Stafford was their missing piece. They ended up winning a Super Bowl, but you played in the Super Bowl. You were the number 1 overall pick in the draft, and you're telling me you're just going to throw me into the trade. I think it's incredibly disrespectful. I think Jared Goff is their quarterback of the future, and I think it would be the most Lions thing in the world to win a playoff game with Jared Goff for the first time in 30 years and take a quarterback with the Rams.
I like it.
I could see. I don't think they should.
I don't think,
but it would be the most. They would be the most Lions thing I've ever seen in my life.
Gangsta.
That's what would happen.
Shout out to Tim Grayman. Tim Grayman is a big Lions fan. He's got the jacket and everything. Shout out. I'm going to have to tell him about himself because I know he's loving everything that's going on.
It's awesome, man. It's awesome to see. And also, shout out to Kerryon Johnson. He said on Twitter that it doesn't matter if it takes his kid's college fund. He will buy tickets to the Lions playoff game if they make the playoffs, which would be awesome. Strick, this one's an interesting one, and I'm curious to hear where you go with this one. Currently, the longest win streak in the NFL belongs to the Cincinnati Bengals at 6. After starting the season 4-4, they now sit at 10-4 at the very top of the AFC North. Rolling on all cylinders. Everyone's starting to get healthy. Joe Burrow takes down Tom Brady, as you would say, Strick, take that, take that, take that. So my buy or sell to you. The Bengals will make it to back-to-back Super Bowls.
Now that they're at full strength, I like the potential of what they can do.
Bengals are no joke.
I like the potential of what they can do. I think they've shored up some things, some areas. I love, the Mixon. I love the chase. I love, just
See,
what
Higgins
they're doing
back
right
on
now.
the field
Higgins
too,
back.
yeah.
I actually just think they're going to want it enough to get back there after what happened last year to them. So I could see that. I'm going to buy.
And for I don't know why I'm just so stuck on this, but Strick, before, I think it was week 4 or 5, we said, who do we think's win the AFC and NFC? And I said it was the Kansas City Chiefs and Dallas Cowboys. For some reason, I keep coming back to that.
I can't.
For some reason, I keep coming back to the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I think that the Bengals pose the biggest threat. And what's interesting, Strick, is now sitting at 10-4, the Bengals have a chance for the playoffs to run through Cincinnati. Now, as of right now, it would run through Buffalo, which is going to make it difficult for any team because we saw that weather and we saw if there's a blizzard in Buffalo, no one's beating the Bills. I'll simply say that. But if it runs through Cincinnati, I would not be surprised to see the Bengals going a little bit of a run again. Joe Burrow is that dude. All right, Strick. I mean,
who do they have left? The Bills.
The Bills?
All
right, let's go through that schedule.
See,
the Bears.
And they've got to go
Bengals,
through Cincinnati
and then Patriots.
Which if Cincinnati could take if they lose to Cincinnati gets the tiebreaker.
They would get the tiebreaker because then it would go to head-to-head. The Bengals would have that, so both teams would have to win out. The Bills still have the Bears, Bengals, and Patriots, and then the Bengals for the rest of their way have the Patriots, Bills, Ravens. So both have pretty difficult schedules down the stretch. It'll be interesting to see who ends up having the upper hand when it's all said and done. Cool Hand Luke did not like that comment about the Vikings. Come on, you were down 33-0 against the Indianapolis Colts. What do you want me to tell you? And as a Colts fan, I'll tell you they're a terrible football team. All right, Strick, let's keep it rolling. Talking about the Colts in the AFC South, the Jaguars somehow, some way find themselves on a 2-game winning streak, beat my Dallas Cowboys. I'm not going to say my Dallas Cowboys. I can't say that. And the Tennessee Titans fall to 7-7. The Jaguars at 6-8. Those teams will play against each other towards the end of the season, which very well could decide the division. So I'll ask you this: buy or sell? The Jaguars. Who would have thought that we would ever have this? The Jaguars will win the AFC South.
They're playing better.
Trevor Lawrence he's figuring it out.
They're playing better. And I just don't know if I can totally buy in to the Jags right now. I love the way that they're playing. I just don't know if I can totally buy in. So I'm gonna step out on a limb and sell. I don't think they pass up. Unfortunately.
Well, let me go through the rest of these schedules because I want to buy, but
I want to, but I just
So the Titans, the remainder of the way, they have the Texans, they host the Cowboys, and then they play in Jacksonville. For what it's worth, the Jaguars, their remaining way, go to the Jets. That game will be played on Thursday. Who would have thought? I thought that game would have been deciding who gets the number 1 overall pick, but here we are, both these teams making a playoff run at the Texans, and then they play against the Titans. That Titans game might decide the division at the end.
Listen, no, that Texans game might decide it. You gotta watch out for them, man. I'm telling you, you keep slipping on them. They're gonna break somebody's heart and thinking that they're gonna jump in and do something. I bet you they break the Jaguars' heart. I bet you the Texans break their heart.
You think they're going to break the Jaguars' heart or
Yep,
the Titans' heart?
the Jaguars.
The Jaguars. That would be, you know what? That would be the most AFC South thing I've ever heard in my entire life. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Last one I'm going to ask you, Strick, because I think I know where you're going to go with this one. Buy or sell? Brock Purdy is the future in San Francisco. What do you got? That's your boy.
Listen.
That's your boy.
Listen,
what do you got for
Are
me?
you fighting them right now?
No.
I'm not.
That's why I want to know what do you got.
I don't know if I can say the future, but I can say they might do it on the low, on the cheap. If you can get Brock Purdy or on the cheap.
You know his salary.
If you don't know,
year?
huh?
You know his salary next year? $850,000.
Okay, so if you can get him on the cheap,
they got him on the cheap.
Well, what I'm saying is, that's what's gonna let you be able to go out and make a serious run in other areas. You're already stacked. Now you can go on your defense and just start, dropping it like it's hot, loading up. You're already good on your offense. You got McCaffrey. You got Debo, Ayuk,
Trent Williams.
Come on, man. You can either stack up your line, your offensive line, which is already solid,
right?
Or you can go defense and just go nuts. I'm buying.
See, this is just so difficult because we knew that Jimmy G was already on his way out. But then you look at this situation with Trey Lance. I don't know if I'm really buying Trey Lance, to be honest with you. And Brock Purdy is just another one of those guys that if you get the right guy in Shanahan's system, he's a winner. I mean, the kid wins football games, simply put, and it could change too because we don't really know what's going to happen down the stretch.
I mean, he's making the throws.
What happens when he plays in a playoff game? But yeah,
he's making all the throws, all the reads.
And if you have a top seed in the NFC and you get a home game under his belt, then you have him travel on the road to maybe a warmer environment.
Yeah.
You know what, Stricker? I'm buying.
I'm more buying him than the other Purdy.
Okay, well, yeah. Yes. I would have to agree.
Oh, shoot.
Well,
the 49ers look good, bro. They're
49ers
scary.
are no joke.
They are scary. They're anybody that's going to have to face the 49ers, beware.
You don't want to play it for you.
Beware.
You don't want to play the 49ers at all. And I think, honestly, right now, Strick, another team you don't want to play is the Jaguars. I'm telling you, you just watch. The Jaguars win the AFC South. That'll do it for buy or sell. We'll play this again next Tuesday, as we already do. And we'll hopefully, Strick, have some more teams in the playoffs. So we'll have more teams to talk about officially in the playoffs. Who's contenders, who's pretenders. We'll talk about all of that throughout the rest of this week. We'll get into next week. Steve Sipple, South Carolina, is going to join us next. Break down some Nebraska transfer portal recruiting. Stay with us on the block. 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you looking for a solid, stable career in assembly, CNC machining, or injection molding? We got you covered. Hi, Bob Williams, HR Director for Garner Industries, a world-class manufacturer with a 70-year history right here in Lincoln. And I just look opportunities to find by logging into GarnerIndustries.com. If you want top pay, excellent benefits, flexible work hours, and the opportunity to work in a clean, modern, air-conditioned facility with great people, contact me today by applying online at GarnerIndustries.com.
Rico here for Little Brooklyn Daycare. Look, I have 2 young kids, and my wife and I both have full-time jobs. So we need a place we can trust to take care of our kids during the day. That place is Little Brooklyn Daycare. And now they're enrolling for kids from 2 years old to school age. And they're also hiring experienced teachers. Call them today at 402-742-0363 to schedule a tour to see if it's the right fit for you and your kids. Little Brooklyn Daycare, located in Fallbrook in Northwest Lincoln.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben Sandwich or the Prime Rib French Dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
Riddles Jewelry is excited to showcase the scintillating Levion Jewelry Collection. Levion is known for their love of reinventing fine designer jewelry through unique combinations of chocolate diamonds, vibrant gemstones, and precious metals. Levion and Riddles Jewelry, 2 family-owned businesses who put customers at the heart of what they do. No one colors your world better than Levion, so visit Riddles Jewelry today and receive $100 off any Levion purchase now through Christmas.
At Riddles Jewelry, Gateway Mall.
Life's special moments deserve to be celebrated. Since 1959, Riddles Jewelry has been family-owned, and we're honored to be part of your family's most cherished moments. Riddles will help you make this holiday special with savings of up to 50% on our sparkling selection of diamond, stone, and gold jewelry. Shop our holiday sale to find the perfect gift to celebrate the amazing memories this year has made. Riddles Jewelry, for life's special moments since 1959.
Located inside Gateway Mall.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealership, is searching for mechanics of all skill levels to grow with us. Landmark offers a competitive wage benefits package along with paid time off within just 60 days of employment, as well as a 401k and a boot and clothing allowance. Interested in becoming a part of the Landmark difference? Apply now at landmarkimp.com/careers or contact Deanna 402-310-7561 or email careers@landmarkimp.com. That's landmarkimp.com. Landmark Implement is the equal opportunity employer.
Hi, I'm Charlie Stone, and I'm back with Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, you said to me earlier you have a lot going on at the dealership. Can you tell our listeners about it?
Sure can, Charlie. As I've said before, if you don't see a vehicle on our lot that you're looking for, it's probably on its way soon.
So, how many new Hondas do you have in stock or on the way?
We have a total of over 325, Charlie, with a great selection of Pilots and Ridgelines in stock right now.
Well, we have been talking about the Honda of Lincoln way of buying cars for several months. How is that going?
People love it. We're buying all makes and models, whether they purchased the car from us or not. I mean, really, it's a no hassle, and we will pay them cash on the same day.
Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
This year, give the gift of delicious food, incredible service, and a lasting memory with the Pillar Restaurant Group gift card. Our holiday gift card special is back. When you purchase a $50 gift card, receive a $5 bonus card, or purchase a $100 gift card to receive a $20 bonus card. These cards can be used at all Pillar Restaurant Group locations, including Venue Restaurant and Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, Cactus, and all Lincoln Good Sense subs. Available for purchase at any of our concepts or online at prgnebraska.com.
Chances are you've tried fruitcake before. Chances are it's pretty weird. Lots of colors that don't really exist in nature. Chances are it tasted weird. Chances are you need to try fruitcake again. Grandma's fruitcake from Beatrice Bakery. None of that weird stuff you didn't like, just real fruit, premium nuts, and the delicious flavor combination of brandy, bourbon, and rum to meld all that together. See for yourself. Grandma's fruitcake from Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum. Guys, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping has changed my life. I'm healthier, I'm more fit, I have more energy, and oh yeah, I've lost a bunch of weight, almost 100 pounds. Now's the time for you to take control of your and join the Farrell's 10-week challenge. The program combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition to set you up for success. And ticket listeners, you can get in for half off. The next challenge starts on January 7th at both of their locations, 40th and Yankee Hill, and their brand new spot at 70th and Vine. Get all the info at fxlincoln.com. Join today. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping.
Back to On the Block with Strick and Nate on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
A very happy Tuesday to all of you. Hope that you're staying warm because it is, as Strick would say, chilly willy outside. And it is going to be that way over the next few days. Make sure you're staying safe on the roads. Give yourself some extra time to get home because it's going to get rough over the next couple days. Make sure you're protecting yourself and your family. 402-464-5685. Starter Heyman text line, Honda of Lincoln hotline. My name is Nate Brennan, Husker Hall of Famer, 9-year NBA vet Eric Strickland. You guys can also check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. That's the Starter Heyman Jewelers video stream. And we're going to head to the Honda of Lincoln hotline where we have the man, the myth, the legend, the Steve Sipple, who joins us for early break. Husker Online. What's going on, Sip?
I said it privately, but you're the man, the myth, and the legend because you're moving on to a big market, Kansas City, morning. So it's morning TV that you're going to do, right?
Yep, morning TV. So
that's amazing. That's amazing. I really mean it. It's I love seeing younger guys move up and continue to move on. You've done a great job here, and we really appreciate it. I mean that, too. You've done a great job.
Thank you, Sip. I appreciate that. You're going to make me tear up here on your segment because that
I
means
listen
a lot.
to you and Strick sometimes. I'm sort of amazed. I mean, it's really great. I don't know why. I don't know. The reason I say that is because we're a pretty small market. And sometimes I'm listening to the shows. I'm like, man, this would be good in any market. I mean, any size market. This is a good radio. So, yeah, it's not. You won't be easy to replace.
Oh, well, I appreciate that, Sip. Your words mean a lot to me. They hold a lot of merit, so I appreciate you. Again, Steve Sipple, who joins us for early break every single morning, 6 to 8. Also, Husker Online. Sip, tomorrow is a big day for Nebraska, and it's a big day for college football teams and sports across the country. Are you expecting any fireworks tomorrow? What should Nebraska fans be looking out for?
I don't know. I mean, there could be some. Signing day commitments for sure. And I mean, still today there could be. Right. I don't think there has been anything in the last couple hours. It's been kind of quiet because maybe there's a few guys. Like, I wonder about Eric Fields, the linebacker. Well, I don't know. These guys, multi-position players. Could be a safety, could be a linebacker. He's from Ardmore, Oklahoma. I thought he would verbally commit. I thought he would commit either yesterday or today. Now maybe he's waiting until tomorrow. Interested in him because he's got a boxing. Well, his dad was a very good cruiserweight boxer, and he talked about. I'm a boxing fan, and I can sort of remember his dad. His dad's 40. He's not that old. And Eric Jr., the son, has talked about the influence that boxing's had on his football career. And I've always said about boxing that it is a great sport because it helps you in other sports. I box, and the footwork and the hands and just the overall coordination. And there's not any sports that are tougher than it, probably other than wrestling. So that kid, he'll come here with a certain amount of toughness if he comes here. Now, he hasn't committed, so I don't know. You'll wonder about the tackle from a Rhode Island, Don Cornelius. I don't know what to expect of him. Elijah Judy, the Texas A&M pass rusher. Seems like Nebraska's got a pretty good chance in Elijah Judy. You still wonder about Malik Hornsby, the quarterback from Arkansas, the backup quarterback, which now I don't know. I mean, would they take Hornsby and Jeff Sims from Georgia Tech? I don't know. It could be a very interesting. Yeah, it could be really interesting signing day.
Steve Sipple, Husker Online, joining us right now. Sip, I got to ask you. I know you and Jake have talked about it extensively, but I want you to break it down and get some of your thoughts. Dylan Raiola officially decommits from Ohio State. Matt Rule has been all over Twitter, at least getting Husker fans excited about the possibility. Where are you at in this? Do you think this is a serious possibility to get Dylan Raiola here to Lincoln?
Yes. I mean, I want to make that very clear. I think Nebraska definitely has a shot here. I've said it on my show. I tell anybody sitting in my living room. Yeah, I think they absolutely have a shot at Dylan Raiola. I don't know that I'd go so far as to say Nebraska. I don't know if I'd like to say things like they have the inside track. I mean,
right.
They kind of do, though, with his uncle coaching offensive line. It's a tight family. That's the thing. They're tight. And Dominic Raiola just loves Nebraska. I mean, he had Dylan's dad had a great experience here. Probably, like Eric. I mean, some guys don't have great experiences. Some do. Some have incredible experiences, defining experiences. And Dominic Raiola had that here. He just loves the place. He's very proud of it, and his son knows that. Now, it's his son's decision. It's not Dominic's. And he's got Georgia and Oregon and USC. Those are three pretty powerful programs. So we'll see where it goes. But, I mean, I've talked to Dominic many times. There's no doubt that Nebraska's in the running here.
Well, that's good, Sip. Listen, I had thrown something out to the text line a little bit earlier. I want to throw it to you before we get into a crossover moment, and I got to head down to the arena. But up to this point, as Nebraska is about to play Queens in the Battle of the Vault, up to this point, how do you feel about the job that Fred Hoiberg has done, and do you think it's one that's what would he need to do in the Big Ten in order to feel good and secure about what's next? Nate has a little bit of different perspective about that. I'll let him kind of briefly touch on that, but what's your thoughts about where they are? What would they need to do? Because it's not an easy schedule that they have in the Big Ten.
Yeah, the one thing they need to not do is lose tonight to Queens. I mean, that wouldn't be good for Fred coming off the Kansas State loss. I've been critical of Fred last season. I mean, and, going into this season, I've been critical of Fred because of the 9-50 Big Ten record now, which is, I guess, 9-52 now. 9-52, it's hard. I mean, I always tell people, what the hell do you want me to say? I mean,
right.
I mean, there's not much you could say positive about that. But I would say I have changed my tune and my outlook because of this team, Eric. I mean, I know you appreciate it. And I do. He went out and changed, I'm not going to get into a big spiel about it because you guys have talked about it a lot, but he changed the way he does things in a way that's much more appealing to the fan base, but more importantly to his AD. I mean, his AD says it all the time. His boss says all the time, we want you to field a team that makes Nebraskans proud. And I mean, from what I've seen this year, 85 to 90% of the time, I'd say it makes you really proud. They're tough defensive team. They're fundamentally sound. They just can't shoot the damn ball. I mean, that's the problem. They don't shoot it well. You know, they made 2 jumpers in 32 minutes the other night, Eric. I mean, I don't even know how you 2 jumpers in 32 minutes. You could do that. You know,
I could do that still today. Just stepping on the court.
You weren't even that great of a shooter.
Facts. Streaky.
No, he was.
Well, Chip, I want to dive in a little bit more to the Big Ten schedule and what that's going to look like, because I think that's the big question. And now Nebraska, hopefully tonight, after a win against Queens, they'll sit at just above 500 going into the Big Ten schedule. And one thing that I brought up to Strick is that last year when you started, I don't know what it was, 0-10, 0-11, whatever that start was, it looked like a bit of a snowball. We went through the beginning schedule for Nebraska basketball. It's not easy. Do you think these first few games are really important for Nebraska kind of to avoid that snowball?
Yeah, they are hard, and I'm glad you guys went through it because, it's not like it lightens up. It's sort of exasperating. Here's the deal now. When I look at it, the way I see it, they're going to have to win some close games, and Nebraska will have to do some things that they're not great. They're going to have to hit some shots down the stretch in games, in key moments late in games, inside 2 minutes, inside 3 minutes. Okay, they're going to have to hit some shots. They're going to find a way to score in those late moments, which is, everybody's locked down hard on defense if it's a close game, and it's tough. It's tough around the rim. It's a war in the paint in the Big Ten. Nebraska can do it though. They can do it. Now they're going to have to hit free throws too. So many times in recent years, Nebraska lost close games because they missed free throws at the end. And then you'd see the other team step to the line and make them.
Yep.
That's got to, and it gets overlooked for some reason. I don't understand why all the time, but it gets overlooked. That's just a very simple element. I've seen it time and again at Nebraska where it misses the front end of a 1-and-1 or makes 1 of 2 or misses 0 of 2. And the opponent goes down, calmly makes 2 of 2, calmly makes 2 of 2, calmly makes 2 of 2. And then that kind of ends up being the difference. It can't be that way. If they're going to win, hey guys, you probably have to agree, I would think. If they're going to win these early games, they're going to have to win close games. They're not running away from many people. So that they're going to have to execute down the stretch and make shots and make free throws.
Yeah, I think a big part of that is what you said, Sip, is executing. And that's one of those things that Nebraska had a few opportunities against Purdue. We won't get into the officiating at all because I think that kind of hurt Nebraska. But I think that executing at the end of games is going to be crucial for this team. Steve Sipple, Husker Online, join us right now. Sip, before we let you go, we know you're a busy man. Lots going on here for Nebraska football, baseball, basketball. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff going on that you guys cover. I got to ask you, Purdue, are you buying them as the number 1 team in the country?
I don't see enough college basketball to talk authoritatively, but I would say this. I saw them. I was there in the arena last weekend, and I was impressed. Edey is unique. I mean, he's unique. Zach Edey, the 7'4" center, is uniquely talented. Lawyer. That the kid whose brother plays at Michigan State is a unique player, very good player. Yeah, I definitely see him as a top 5 team, and in that top 5, it looks like it's pretty even, and probably even beyond that. You could probably make a case for some teams. So yeah, why not Purdue right now? If they keep winning and playing well, I don't mind having them slotted at number 1 with the talent they have.
Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to watch how Nebraska's season continues too, because if they are the number 1 team, if they are the best team in the country, Nebraska took them to the brink. They took them down wire to wire, took them to overtime. It was definitely fun to see. Sip, like I said, there's all kinds of stuff going on. Baseball going to get going here in the next month or so. Basketball in full swing. Football doesn't take a break with the early signing period. If you want to get great content from you and your team, how can they do so?
Well, I mean, it's just the guys are just working themselves almost almost death right now. I mean, there's a lot. There is a lot. Signing day period is very busy at HuskerOnline.com. Rob and Washington will be at the arena today covering basketball. It covers basketball at a super high level. I mean, it's just Abby Barmore just finished up the volleyball season.
Yeah.
She'll cover women's basketball. Brian Munson is incredible on recruiting. Sean Callahan breaks stories about every other day. So yeah, it's a good site. HuskerOnline.com.
Awesome stuff, Sip. We appreciate you, and we will talk to you next week.
All right. God bless you both. Take care.
All right, there you go, Steve Sipple. I wanted to make sure, too, great stuff as always, Strick.
Yeah.
That's just kind of what you get from Steve Sipple and his team. Always good stuff. Want to make sure, because a couple of people were asking, too. Sip is correct. I have accepted a job in Kansas City. So, unfortunately, if you are a viewer of 1011 this morning, or if you listen on the airwaves on 93.7 The Ticket, here in the next couple weeks, it will no longer be me with Eric Strickland. Someone else will be stepping into this role, but definitely wanted to take this time again to just say thank you to all of you guys if you're just learning this for the first time. It's been a pleasure to work with you, Strick. It's been awesome since day one, and I appreciate everyone here in Lincoln. You guys have made this really feel like home. From a kid just from Virginia, right out of college, this has been one of the best decisions I ever made. So I want to make sure to thank all of you guys. And again, I'll still be on the StreamYard, still be calling in, so you can't get rid of me that easily. But I will be moving to Kansas City here pretty soon. But on that note, kind of sad. Got to take a break.
Gonna miss you.
We'll still be back on the block. 93.7 The Ticket.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time. You're looking for an electrician. High Electric serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Park Road.
Mike Schaefer here for Trek CBD. It's football season, and that means you're tailgating with friends, or if you're like me, yelling at the TV during Vikings games. Trek CBD has a variety of products that help calm me down during the games, so don't scare my dog. But in the rare cases that I yell too much, there's CBD products for him, too, and all other pets. Whether you're looking for drinkable Delta 8 seltzers, hemp-derived Delta 9 syrups for your beverages, or anything else, Trek CBD has it all at 84th and Anderson. Trek CBD done right.
Rico here for Little Brooklyn Daycare. Look, I have 2 young kids, and my wife and I both have full-time jobs. So we need a place we can trust to take care of our kids during the day. That place is Little Brooklyn Daycare. And now they're enrolling for kids from 2 years old to school age. And they're also hiring experienced teachers. Call them today, 402-742-0363, to schedule a tour to see if it's the right unit your kid. Little Brooklyn Daycare, located in Fallbrook in Northwest Lincoln.
Guys, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping has changed my life. I'm healthier, I'm more fit, I have more energy, and oh yeah, I've lost a bunch of weight, almost 100 pounds. Now's the time for you to take control of your health and join the Farrell's 10-week challenge. The program combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition to set you up for success. And ticket listeners, you can get in for half off. The next challenge starts on January 7th at both of their locations, 40th and Yankee Hill, and their brand new spot at 70th and Vine. Get all the info at fxblincoln.com. Join today. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping.
Are you looking for some holiday fun right in the heart of downtown Lincoln? Bring your friends and family to Lincoln's largest drive-through Christmas lights experience. This show features countless high-quality lights in vibrant colors, holiday props, and favorite characters of the season, all synchronized to music to enjoy in your car. Start a new holiday tradition this year and experience the magic Nebraska Christmas Light Show at Haymarket Park from November 26th to January 3rd, 5 p.m. to midnight. Purchase tickets today at NebraskaChristmasLightShow.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank, a relationship you can count on.
We'll see a mix of sun and clouds, but it will be a cold Tuesday, an afternoon high of around 16, winds out of the north at around 10. In cloud cover tonight, a low 4. Tomorrow, a high of 27. We'll see a chance of a wintry mix during the day and a chance of snow by tomorrow night. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground.
who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
2022 flew by fast, and while you celebrate the upcoming holidays, Mullen Motors is looking ahead to 2023 and trying to open up space on their lot. Stop by Mullen Motors for their year-end sale and select from some of the best options of used vehicles in Lincoln at the best prices of the year. Don't end the year in your aging vehicle. Search Mullen Motors lot today for their year-end sale, just north of 48th and Lake.
No tagline, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
A smoke-free environment is the only way to fully protect from the dangers of secondhand smoke. That's why smoke-free policies are so important to me. Whether it's in my car, apartment building, or when I'm dining outdoors, there's no place for secondhand smoke or e-cigarette aerosol. Breathe easier knowing the facts. Visit smokefree.ne.gov. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock, or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Back to On the Block with Strick and Nate on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Man, we back on the crossover. We was having a conversation in here talking high school basketball.
Go for it, yeah.
But you know,
able to talk some trash.
Listen, Jay Foreman is a versatile type of man in the fact that he knows basketball, baseball, football, but he can coach too.
Hockey? You know,
I love hockey.
I was about to say
Love
Minnesota.
Hockey is the ultimate team sport.
I actually like hockey in the arena as opposed to watching
electric.
Yeah,
so much.
Yeah, it's.
different.
I mean, if you ever could, you know, whether it's the Lincoln Stars or professional hockey, I'm telling you, I didn't realize how fun. First of all, it's fun, and intense. But the game, the speed.
Yeah.
I mean, TV don't do it justice.
Don't do it justice.
Even when they did the the NHL All-Star Challenge, you know, when they do the skip, that still don't give it no justice. When they put the miles per hour, it don't give it no justice.
Yeah.
And the best thing about it, you almost guaranteed to have a scrap.
And some dude will lose a tooth.
Yeah. And then it'd be funny because they don't wear no face mask.
Yeah,
and
but
then
the puck?
Which, like, why?
Yeah, but then when they get, you know, blasted up against the glass, you be seeing their face. They be like, dang, you know that hurt. Yeah, right?
Face up,
yeah.
all up on the
they be
on the
getting
glass.
gaffled.
Yeah, man. Jay, hey, listen, Jay. So, how do you like how things are transpiring now out of the transfer portal? Do you like the Sims move? And why do you think the Sims move was one that needed to happen?
Well, you got to protect yourself. You know, it's a business. And me and Nate talked about it yesterday. I talk about it all the time. I'm a firm believer that college football is professional sports. It's a business. And it has been a business for a very long time. People don't want to call it that, but that's the way it is. And the business is that you got to do what's best for the program. I like that Casey's coming back. I do think Casey fits this offense to a T. I'm not worried about his shoulder or anything like that, but I think getting a quarterback of the potential and somewhat stature of Sims is also somebody you couldn't pass up because you have 2 years or 3 for 2. So that means he didn't redshirt. He's played in some adverse or unique situations where he was the first. Me and Nate talked about this yesterday. He was the first like quarterback after they went away from like the triple option down in the ACC.
Right.
And so he didn't have the receivers, but when you see some of his tape and the throws, homeboy got a hold. Yeah, he got it. And so, and then 6'4", they don't make quarterbacks 6'4", 220
and can run.
And he's a legit 4.5.
Yeah.
And he will cock that head back and be gone on you. And they feel like they have a little bit of time if he doesn't take the spot. But I also think like this, if Casey ends up starting, Sims will play. Now you're causing problems in those defensive coordinator locker rooms because or meetings because you got two guys that you got to prepare for, and they'll have maybe a different packages for them. But I think they're gonna tailor-made their system to it, and that's something that we didn't see this year.
Yeah.
And so I think I like it. I think the recruiting, you don't know what the recruiting will be until 2 or 3 years from now, but you can see that they actually have an idea, a plan, and that's all you can ask for.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm like the guard from North Dakota. If you watch his tape, homeboy is he plays with an attitude.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he 310, 15 pounds. Homeboy he playing that outside defensive end.
Yeah.
So he he playing football, and I like that they picked up Jalen Lloyd. I like that they were didn't try to just be the lazy type of thinking and be like, hey man, why don't you come here and run track, then we benefit off you. No. You a good football player that happens to run track. So we're gonna offer you a scholarship because not only he has position flexibility, so you're actually getting two players. Because if you watch Jalen Lloyd, the few games that he was able to play corner, and he competed against McMorris from Bellevue West, who's probably the next receiver. I mean, he's the real deal. His back pedal is smooth. Doesn't have tight hips. He doesn't play football like a typical track guy.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Straight line type guys.
Yep. Straight, not tough.
Willie Gault type.
Yeah. Just straight line.
Yeah.
They only can run a deep post or a corner route or a fly route. He can do it. And
that's good.
I like that. I like some of the other guys, but if there was one thing I'd like to see them get a couple.
You want some faster linebackers?
Well, losing Houseman hurts. That hurts a lot. That hurts because he was able to be healthy for 12 games. So if the season started today, if he was still on the team, he's the guy that's the most healthiest, right? And so I think yes, that's something that
especially when you're looking 3-3-5. You want guys that can run.
Man,
let's be real about it. You need.
That's what I would be.
Athleticism.
That's what I'll be looking at. I mean, Houseman, like, why would you even?
Yeah, you're about to get the best system fit for you,
right? You just running unscathed.
Yeah.
You just running. They're gonna have a joker guy come down and be the fourth lineman, and you got three linebackers there that you just roaming. Oh,
yeah,
be like
it's a fun style.
Hey, you be like Hardy Nickerson, just scraping all
day
long.
He would be the guy too.
I mean, it's a lot of blitzing, a lot of misdirection. It's a lot of you're thinking somebody's coming, and there's a lot of dropping. It's a fun. It looked like I did some studying and looking at it. It looks like it's a fun style.
If you got three linebackers that know how to play together, you can make some plays. You know who the most recent team that I saw that had a really good defense do this was a few years ago when Virginia played Miami. They had a corner. Remember, he was hurt the year before and played, and he ended up going second round. And then they had it seems like all they had was tall, lean, 240-pound linebackers, and they were like one of the best defenses in the nation. And that's what they ran. They had three defensive linemen that knew their role. Then they had four linebackers. One was kind of like a hybrid, but three dudes that actually could play, and they were a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
And so linebacker, and I would say also offensive line veterans. I like the guys that they picked up. I like the local guys that I think correct. Sartor Heyman text line 402-464-5685. After we do station identity, I want to know how many linemen we got now. I think it's 5.
Dang.
Freshmen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hit it up, Nate.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
I think it's 5 linemen, because right. So they got Gunnar Gatula, who's local here in Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
They got Sledge from Creighton Prep. Right.
That's good. That's in-state stuff. That's what you want.
Right. And then you got my man from Scotts Bluff.
You got another lineman that's out of Gretna, right?
Right. And then they just got Goldman from Gretna, and then you got your boy from North Dakota. So by my count, okay, I know by my education, that's unos, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. Yeah. Hey, and if somebody else jumps up, go ahead and was it Sace?
Sace.
Yeah. So I like that. I think also it's imperative that not only you bring the guys in, but then also re-recruit the guys on the roster as well.
Right. Ty Robinson, do you think he'll be someone that can continue to grow and develop?
I think they get a D-line coach, which look, when he's looking across at Pot Roast, Terrence Knighton, you're seeing a guy that recently played in the league, been successful. He was on one of Denver's Super Bowl team that's recently played. That's looking right there. He's looking just at a like size guy, and is gonna push his buttons to get the best out of him. So if if anybody can do it, it'd be him, and it's a great opportunity for him as well. It's not this 3-3-5 is not just 3 linemen up there just holding. It's aggressive. It's aggressive.
Yeah.
And
it's a lot of gap and a lot of slant, a lot of angles, a lot of
now
it's a lot of everything, right?
You got to be disciplined when you're doing it, because you can't just
you
can't just slant and just get bum rushed on the other side of the line. So you got, I think, the whole defense of Nebraska, when Bill Bush took over, along with the coaches that stayed over, they kind of had a new identity. They made it real simple, and they looked a lot better and more aggressive. After the Purdue game, when they had 100 plays and gave up like 500 yards, it's a different type of mindset where they were disappointed, and they essentially gave the game away. The defense did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a total different mindset. So if I'm coach, I think it's Coach White that's coming in as a defensive coordinator. I'm sending over maybe some. So say like you say you're Bill Bush. You know what I'm gonna send you for Christmas, and I'm Coach White coming in. I'm gonna send you some Makers 46. That's my favorite. You know what I'm saying?
That's your go-to.
Yeah, a couple bottles, little Makers 46. Then I'm gonna say, then I'm gonna send the recipe of what I like, also the ranch water. You know what I'm saying? It was a tequila, soda water, lime juice.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna send you over my also other favorite, is a little
cigar.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna send you some cigar. That's guaranteed, because that's guaranteed. That's gonna come with it. Then I'm gonna send you a couple bottles of wine, and then I'm gonna send you
dang, you got the whole
a little bit of grapefruit juice
gift package
and
the whole package,
and a little vodka and tequila, a little Paloma, because you set you set the foundation that should make my job easier.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and so that's what I would. I mean, I think so. You're coming in working with a lot more. So
yeah, it's good
they still got a lot of work to do, man.
Good stuff.
Before we head over to old school, Jay, Mr. Unlimited says this: 3-3-5 causes havoc against passing offenses, doesn't like it as much against the run.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen here, you gotta be a hard hit. You gotta be.
It can work.
You got it can if you. This is the thing about playing linebacker, man. I'm telling you. I remember when I went from a 4-3 to a 3-4, and I was like, man, I got to take on these linemen and all this other stuff. If you play with the right leverage, right? The right mindset and the tenacity, and know what you're doing, it don't matter what defense you're in. You can clean up in every defense. I'm telling you, you can clean up in this defense if you want to. Now, sometimes it sucks. I remember going and playing that dang bubble defense, sitting up here right in front of a guard. Well, if I'm gonna be out, if they're gonna call bubble 10 times, I gotta start making some plays. You know what I mean? I gotta figure this out.
Figure it out.
I gotta figure this out. I gotta use some quickness. I gotta use some savvy or something. So. Yeah. Now I will tell you, the way that sometimes people run it, you can kind of slant, gap yourself out of it and get gashed.
Yeah.
But I also think that if you just play a straight up and you have like a Garrett Nelson be your stand-up guy, right? It could work out well. I think if it's done right, you can do it. And who knows? I mean, I'm assuming he's married to it because that's all he's ever played in and coached. Right?
Yeah. You gotta love it.
Syracuse defense looked pretty good. I know that.
Well, the good thing is we're going to get a chance to see a little piece of it.
We will.
Because they're not going to be able to change their bases.
Yeah.
You're going to get to see it in
Minnesota.
Yeah. You're going to see.
You'll find out.
Well, first of all, you're going to see it. Well, Minnesota's getting a little spring practice against it, but you're going to see Minnesota going to run that ball.
Oh yeah.
They getting off the plane into the practice field running the ball, and they coming up the stadium going
crazy legs
right down your face.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Well, that'll do it for us on the block again. I think Strick and I are going to be remote tomorrow.
Y'all remote?
Stay safe, man.
Y'all scared of the elements?
No, I think they're going to cancel it. I think the groups and the powers that be maybe cancel it, knowing the situation is.
Only
time. We shut down?
Well, not shut down.
We'll talk to you tomorrow on the block.
This is Lindsay Teal from the Nebraska golf team. If you're looking for a Christmas